In today's CarGurus used car review, we are going to look at the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, this Mercedes-Benz E-Class to be specific. Now Mercedes calls this the W213, and as we are about to discover, it can make for a cracking used buy. On sale since 2016, the W213 can trace its heritage back to Mercedes saloons of the 1950s, although it wasn't until the 1990s that the E-Class badge was first used. As with other generations of E-Class, the W213 that we are focusing on today is available in a range of body styles including saloon, estate, coupe and cabriolet. While it's fair to say that Mercedes tends to use its S-Class to demonstrate its latest technology, there are also those who believe that really it's the E-Class in which the company takes most pride, and it's certainly the Mercedes that perhaps does more to stand out from its rivals than any other. So if you think about cars like the BMW 5 Series and the Jaguar XF, are kind of marketed not just as executive cars, but also as drivers' cars. The E-Class, on the other hand, well, that's all about comfort and understated luxury. Of course, it wouldn't be luxurious in an E-Class if you couldn't stretch out in the back. Thankfully though, that is not a problem. I've got loads of leg room, I've got good headroom. I love the twin sunroofs in this car, but also you can get through across quite easily. There's a big transmission tunnel, but if you straddle that, you'll find that it's wide enough. Okay, this is quite a nice big car in the back. You've also got big door pockets here for drinks bottles, and in terms of build quality, this thing feels as solid as a bank vault. Boot space shouldn't be an issue either. Even the saloon offers 540 litres of luggage capacity, while the estate is one of the biggest on the market with a load volume of 640 litres. Just as there are several different body styles to consider, so too are there a range of engines. So there's diesels that range from 150 to 355 horsepower. There's a 2-litre turbo petrol with 184 horsepower. There are plug-in hybrids that combine internal combustion power with an electric motor. And then there are the AMG models, the fastest one of which, the E63S, has more than 600 horsepower and can get from 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 3.3 seconds. The best all-rounder though is arguably the E220D. That's a 2-litre turbocharged diesel engine with 191 horsepower, and it can get from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just over 7 seconds. So it's brisk enough. But not only that, it's also frugal. Many owners find that more than 55 miles per gallon in normal driving is easily achievable. Not only that, but as with other engines in the E-Class, the 2-litre diesel offers a refined drive. Combined with a brilliant 9-speed automatic gearbox and excellent insulation from wind and road noise, it makes the E-Class a supreme long-distance companion. Unless you go for one of the AMG models, it is not, however, the kind of car that's going to thrill you with its agile handling and really responsive steering. Instead, the E-Class has been set up to deliver a calm and comfortable ride. That's why its suspension feels soft and cushioned. In fact, it's so good that even though Mercedes does offer optional adaptive or even air suspension setups, the reality is you don't really need these unless you go for a car that has particularly big alloy wheels. You'll also need to decide what trim level to go for. There's either SE, which comes with sat-nav, parking sensors, leather seats, dual zone climate control and ambient lighting, or you can upgrade to AMG line for a sportier look, larger alloys and slightly different interior trim. In either instance, one thing you might want to consider is what level of infotainment system the E-Class you're looking at has. So the top level system has 2 screens that go all the way across here. They look amazing. And you get full digital dials as well as the infotainment screen, and both of these are highly configurable as well. Now this car actually has the analog dial, so it doesn't have the full system. You still get a colour digital trip computer in the middle. It still looks really smart, but if you do want the most high-tech interior possible for your E-Class, look for one with a fully upgraded infotainment. Regardless of what infotainment system the car has, make sure the sat-nav starts up quickly. Also, some owners have found the software can take a couple of minutes to reroute you if you stray off path. So try programming a route on your test drive and then deviating from it to make sure the sat-nav responds quickly. Several owners have also reported that the Parking Pilot automatic parking system has malfunctioned on their E-Class, so give that a try too. As with many modern cars, the software in the E-Class can be updated over time to add more functionality or to ensure compatibility with the latest smartphones. So you'll probably want to check that those updates have been applied and that your smartphone connects to the car without a problem. Also, bear in mind that as brilliant as this infotainment system is, I mean, it's a real computing powerhouse, It can be slightly complicated to get to grips with, so if you're not sure how it works, don't be afraid to ask a Mercedes dealer to talk you through the controls. As for the rest of the interior, it's all very straightforward actually. Nice clear heater controls here. You have to get used to using the wipers on the left stalk, that's a Mercedes thing, but you very quickly become familiar with that. There's also lots of in-car storage, and just the design of it and the quality is fantastic. This is just a very nice place to spend time. There are a couple of recalls to be aware of. Most pressing are those related to the car's airbag. So there was one where there was a potential issue with the airbags not going off at all, and there was another related to a broken spring in the steering column that could potentially trigger the airbag in error. Now, Mercedes has been proactive in contacting owners of affected cars and getting these issues resolved, but even so, it's always worth checking with the dealer that any necessary recall work has been done. Another recall worth checking for is related to a potential problem with oil leaking from a turbocharger feed pipe. If this should happen, there's potential for it to cause a fire. Again, ask a Mercedes dealer first if the work was needed for the car you're interested in, and if so, whether the work has been done. When it comes to servicing, the car will actually tell you when it needs to go in for work, but reckon on it being around every 12 months or 12,000 miles. Now, servicing costs themselves will be slightly higher than for a mainstream car, but Mercedes does offer service plans that will help you spread the cost. It's worth doing the sums to see if either that will work out cheaper or just to help with budgeting. Speaking of budgeting, it's worth bearing in mind that any E-Class that was registered from April 2017 onwards and cost more than £40,000 when it was new will attract a premium on the amount of road tax you'll have to pay. This applies for the first 5 years of the car's life, so be sure to check tax rates with the dealer in order to avoid any nasty surprises. The car we're looking at today is an approved used model. Now, if you buy an approved used Mercedes, then at a minimum you will get a 12-month unlimited mileage warranty. There's also a full vehicle inspection. It comes with a history and mileage check, and you get 12 months roadside assistance. Here at CarGurus, we also strongly recommend buying from a top-rated dealer, which is why we factor dealership reviews into our search rankings. We combine this information with our own price analysis. It's called instant market value, and what this does is it looks at loads of data points across the whole car, things like make, model, age, mileage, specification, any individual options on the car. We then compare these with all other cars listed for sale on cargurus.co.uk within your search area to determine whether the car you're looking at represents a good deal, a fair deal, or perhaps whether it's even overpriced. To make your search as simple as possible, we will then rank search results not by cheapest to most expensive, but by what cars represent the best deals. So there you have it, our guide to buying a used W213 generation Mercedes-Benz E-Class. If you go to the CarGurus UK YouTube channel, you can find plenty more new and used car reviews. And if you subscribe, remember to turn on notifications too, so you'll see when our new videos go live. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.